500 years ago. High in the freezing Andes Mountains, where even time seems to stand still, scientists stumbled upon a discovery that sent shockwaves around the world. They had been searching for evidence of the Inca civilization at the top of a dormant volcano. What they found was something unimaginable: the perfectly preserved bodies of ancient children who had died over 500 years before. They weren't victims of an accident or illness. The Inca rulers believed that they had to make great sacrifices. This is where the story of the ice mummies takes a dark turn. The Inca rulers chose children for these sacrifices, probably part of a ritual to induce a trance-like state. Her body told a story of pain and suffering, of a young girl who had been ripped away from life in the most horrific way imaginable. But her sacrifice wasn't in vain. The Inca believed that by giving the gods the purest of offerings, they would be protected from natural disasters and disease. It was a belief that kept the cycle of sacrifice going for centuries. Children who were physically perfect, free of any disabilities or deformities. They were considered pure and worthy vessels for the gods. But being chosen for sacrifice wasn't a blessing. It meant your life would be taken in the most brutal and inhumane way possible. They were part of something far more sinister and deeply rooted in the culture of the Inca. A sacred ritual of life, death, and human sacrifice. The Inca didn't preserve their bodies with linen and riches. Instead, they buried them alive. To prepare for their sacrifice, the children were given drugs and alcohol to make them drowsy and disoriented. Today, the ice mummies serve as a reminder of a civilization that lived in harmony with nature and made heartbreaking choices in its name. Their sacrifice was silent, but not forgotten. As we continue to uncover the mysteries of the past, we must remember these children who gave their lives for a cause greater than themselves. Their story may be preserved in ice, but their spirits will forever roam the Andes. Then they were covered with a thick layer of clothing and buried deep in the ground, left to die a slow and terrifying death. The girl known as La Doncella had been through this ordeal. But as the scientists delved deeper into her remains, they uncovered more details of her final hours. Today, these frozen children are known as the ice mummies. The discovery was made in 1999 on the volcano over 22,000 feet above sea level. What was so special about her? As researchers examined the site, they found that she wasn't alone. Two other bodies lay nearby. A young boy and a man in his 20s. They were all laid to rest together in a ritualistic burial. But what was the purpose of the sacrifice? Why these three? What did they do to deserve such a fate? We may never know the full story, but scientists believe it had everything to do with the Inca religion. There they found the body of a 15-year-old girl, so well preserved that her blinking eyelashes were still visible. They named her La Doncella, meaning the maiden. Reaching their peak between 1438 and 1533, under the rain. During their rise to power, they developed a complex religious system that played a significant role in their society. The Inca worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, and one of their main beliefs was that the world was constantly changing. The sun god Inti was the most important deity in their religion. He represented the life-giving force of the sun, and was believed to be the creator of the Inca people. The moon goddess Mamakila was also highly revered, and was seen as the embodiment of feminine energy. At first, scientists believed she had died from a European illness brought over during the colonial times. But as they dug deeper, they uncovered a shocking truth. The girl wasn't a victim of the conquistadors. She was part of an ancient tradition of human sacrifice. But why? The Inca were one of the largest civilizations in pre-Columbian America. They flourished between the 13th and 16th centuries to appease these gods and ensure their continued favor. Unlike the Egyptians who mummified their dead, Her stomach contents revealed that in the days leading up to her sacrifice, she had been given hallucinogenic substances. But eventually, with the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, the practice came to an end.